What's up, my Vina love? Sisters Vina D coming to you all from Vindicating News. Let me quickly say this before we get into the Instagram live in part 1, which the link is in the description below if you missed it. In that video, I referenced Candy and Kenya conversation where Candy brought up Porsha getting arrested, and basically Kenya saying, but it looks like Porsha and whoever else that got arrested are putting themselves in a position to get arrested, right? And then I also posted Tamika Mallory comments basically confirming what Kenya Moore said. Nowhere in that video did I say that civil disobedience, celebrities getting arrested intentionally, activists getting arrested, all of that is wrong. No. When a celebrity, a really famous person get arrested, what happens? When the news report on it, what happens? The news end up explaining the reason why they got arrested, right? And it brings awareness to the cause. So yes, it made sense that Porsha, someone from Bravo, went over there to participate and decided to get arrested. So when I kept saying she decided to get arrested, and I kept saying for press, I wasn't saying that it was wrong that they got arrested for press. I was trying to prove the point of Kenya Moore. Why am I supposed to be shocked? Let's get into her Instagram live.
Hello. Hello, good people. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm just going to take a moment so that everyone who turned their notifications on can come on in the room and get settled, and, there won't be anything left out. First, I want to just say thank you to everybody for clicking on setting your notification. Thank you for joining this live. And also, thank you for your love and support over the years, okay? You guys have been riding with me for quite a minute. I'm not going to take too long, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to take too much of your time today. To be honest with you, I'm quite nervous to have this conversation with you. It's definitely something that I was trying to avoid. I didn't want to talk about, and not because of anything for me, just because there's a bigger picture. There's a bigger issue here that I just didn't want to touch upon or have exposed. But anyway, here we are. And I love you guys. Hello, I see you all in the comments. Thank you. I'm not necessarily going to be reading the comments or answering questions. I'm just going to talk to you and just kind of clear up some things that I felt need to be cleared up. So you guys know, on Housewives of Atlanta, we take part in a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? We have drama, we have ups and downs, we have family, we have relationship with the girls, and then we have other issues and causes that we bring to the show that mean a lot to us. And for me, on Real Housewives of Atlanta, bringing Black Lives Matter to the show has meant a lot to me, in a way that I just felt like our show needed to mirror what was happening in our real life. A lot of people were dealing with the social injustice and seeing our Black people being killed, and I just felt like, well, that should be mirrored on a show that is called a reality show. It should actually show what we're going through. That will be the proper and responsible thing to do. So with that being said, that comes with a certain level of responsibility when you do something like that. And for me, I know y'all have noticed this season, I really don't take a lot of part in the tweeting back and forth with the reads and the Instagram comments back and forth. Listen, it's hard because I'm human, and if someone's saying something about you, then you naturally want to easily respond to it in your phone. But I have really tried to just keep it on the show. That's where I get paid to do it, and I'm gonna do it on the show, okay? When I leave from filming, I have a whole lot of other life to live. I'm a mommy. I have a family. I have, criminal justice work that I'm doing, and I have a whole career, other jobs, etc. Y'all know this, right?
my apologies for jumping in this early. I'm only doing this for the people who's not on social media and for those of you who are on social media, but you don't follow Porsha Williams and the Real Housewives of Atlanta drama. Porsha does this whole innocent, oh, I don't like the drama. I only do this. Act lies again. Girl, bye, okay? She is always in drama. Like the time she and her mother came on Instagram Live where she read out a comment about Kenya Moore hair care business being a lie. Or her mother talking about Kenya Moore wearing color contacts. Or when she talked about the dress where she had on at the reunion when she decided to resort to violence, okay? And couldn't use her words, all right? And put her hands in Kenya Moore natural hair and both of them fell on the floor.
No, it wasn't Kenya Moore's hair care, but she has a great product too, but it wasn't. We haven't been using Kenya Moore's hair care. Oh yeah, I said her product is a lot. And this was the dress I wore when I unfortunately got into a hair altercation with somebody. Like, and I damn sure wasn't supposed to be trying to be dragging nobody. And said, you said can't see.
I'm gonna have to be like Kenya, put my color contacts on.
They said.
Or the time Kenya Moore posted a side eye emoji comment, and it was just an emoji. That's it. An emoji. And Porsha took it upon herself because she knew her storyline wasn't working and being involved in any drama that have the name Kenya Moore in it would lead to some social media traction. So yeah, she goes leaving this long comment coming for Kenya Moore, all because of a side-eye emoji. All the time, she hopped on social media again with Tamika Mallory, and I just talked about it, and it's all gonna be in this video as well. Coming for Kenya Moore, knowing that the scene that led Kenya Moore to make certain comments was going to be deleted and the show was going to be in her favor. Okay, now all the other time she hopped on Instagram Live again claiming that she was defending her family because her sister did the whole event excluding Kenya.
Real quick, y'all know I don't address a lot of stuff online. Like, I just don't. That's just not even my thing. Especially some show stuff. Like, I really don't be trying to address it or whatever.
Let's get back into Porsha's current Instagram Live, because my point, she just said the same thing in this video that she said in the last video. I normally don't do this, but you're doing it again, and you do it all the time. But let's continue.
So why do I want to continue that type of negativity or drama or whatever? That's just my personal choice. I know that you guys love that a lot of the ladies tweet and, get at each other and read each other. I enjoy it too, okay? Have in the past. It's just been, for me, this year, it just did not align with me needing to use my energy for other things. So I didn't take part in it. With that being said, there were still a lot of things that were being talked about that I felt I should have commented on, but I was like, I'm not going to comment on it. I'm not going to say anything, okay? In particular, I'm talking about an article that I saw this morning that really, it really upset me. It really did. And it was disheartening to read. There's an article there's an article that was done on all of the Bravo celebrities and kind of, opening that veil on Bravo. And they spoke with some of the cast members and they spoke with some of the Bravo execs. And they, basically were talking about, things that you all don't know yet, right? So one of the conversations that was had into it, y'all know I talk a lot, talking about just get to it. Y'all know I like to talk, okay? And I need you to really understand what I'm saying. So this isn't a reedy conversation today. This isn't a rushed conversation, but I will get to the point. So anyway, in the article, Candy and Kenya, I believe Kenya was the person who brought up in the article my involvement with Black Lives Matter, okay? The article is vulture.com. Anyway, in the article, I'm sure you guys have seen online where Kenya, has just, she's been questioning my activism. She's been having some things to say. Her opinion, okay? All her opinion. It is what it is. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to please everyone. You know, everybody doesn't know your heart. I've never had a sit-down conversation with her about why my efforts are what they are in concerning criminal justice and Black Lives Matter. So however she feels, it's cool with me. Honestly, it really is cool with me. The reason I'm bringing this up is because there are some things that are in this article that are said to be facts, and they are not facts. These same things have been repeated on Speak On It on Candy's show. These same things have been repeated by Kenya on various outlets, where they say there is a scene that was deleted, edited out, or not aired on Bravo because I asked for it to be taken out, right? Now, we know that a lot of housewives, they have power over the years, and they may be able to go and ask the heads to take something out, right? It is what it is. I have worked very hard to get to where I am in life. I've worked very hard on this show. And if I've gotten to a place where I can call the execs up and get something taken out, so be it, right? However, in this particular situation, the way that Kenya is putting it out there that I asked the Bravo execs to not play a scene of Candy and I having an argument, having a fight, me dogging Candy about her efforts is concerning Black Lives Matter is simply not true. What happened was, we're going to take it from the beginning. Nene, who was on our show, at that last season, Nene was on the show. Y'all know who the cast is. Anyway, Nene was doing an article, and she sent some private text messages to a particular blogger, and the blogger put out the text messages, and they were received out of context. The text messages, the way the blogger put it out there, was that that Candy went behind the cast back and went to Bravo to try to get some programming done without telling us which blindsided us and which should make Candy look bad. So Candy got upset with that, and Candy decided to confront me about it on Housewives. So the whole season has happened. The beginning of the season happened, and I had not seen any of the cast. This was my first scene with the cast, which was Todd's birthday. I walked into Todd's birthday, and I was told Candy wanted to question me about something. And I said, okay, that's fine. I haven't done anything. Happy to answer any of her questions. As soon as I walked into the party, Candy wanted to ask me about these texts. There are some texts out there that, you're talking about what I was trying to get done for Black Lives Matter, etc. We were having a decent conversation. It was nothing to be upset about. And I thought, okay, this is fine because I have the text messages to prove that I never dogged you out. I've been fully supportive of you, Candy, in Black Lives Matter. And whatever you're doing for our people, I love it. I'm right here for you. So anyway, the scene continues. Kenya comes over. It turns into an argument. So at that moment, I decide, you know what? This isn't a good look. We as Black women should not be arguing on this show about Black Lives Matter. That is not what we need to do. I know we have done things in the past that other Black women have said, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. But to me, I register that as real life. If you have real life drama with a woman, you have real life drama. However, when it came to Black Lives Matter, I have a certain responsibility. All of us Black women on this show who are wanting to use our platform for these families who don't have the voice that we have. I have the opportunity. I'm not pressured to talk about Black Lives Matter on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I feel the responsibility, and it's an opportunity for me to speak for these families. It is something that is very connected to my spirit, and it is the way I show love to my people to speak up for them. So I am blessed to have this platform to speak about it. And so is Candy and anyone else who wants to do so. So I did not want us to be on Real Housewives, even if it was just a misunderstanding, because clearly I have the text. Even if it could have been cleared up, I just didn't like the way it was going to come off. Because I don't have power over editing. Nobody does. So at the end of the day, if they decide to chop it up, or maybe it just didn't show right, and I didn't want the narrative to be out there that black women on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, instead of being responsible, doing something for the community and being effective, instead we're on there arguing about what Kandi did or what Porsha didn't do or what Nene didn't do. Okay? So I went to Bravo. They decided, after I explained everything to them, that they've agreed, you know what? I don't think that will be a good look. That is not the purpose we want in showing the black experience and what you guys are going through with Black Lives Matter. So they decided that they did not want to air that, period. And it was done. They say there is a scene that was deleted, edited out, or not aired on Bravo because I asked for it to be taken out, right? Now, we know that a lot of housewives, they have power over the years, and they may be able to go and ask the heads to take something out, right? It is what it is. I have worked very hard to get to where I am in life. I've worked very hard on this show, and if I've gotten to a place where I can call the execs up and get something taken out, so be it, right?
If you missed part 1, please go to part 1 to hear me and also see the article. I read a lot of it, okay? So everything, the breakdown is in part 1. But I just want to reference a segment of the article that Porsha basically just confirmed in this live, okay? Popular, long-running cast members enjoy the influence their status entails, extending to the corporate level. Porsha just said she's been on this show for a while. She worked very hard to be where she is, okay? And if that means she can go over there at Bravo headquarters, in summary, basically, I'm summarizing now, and ask for certain things to be removed, then so be it. That's exactly what the article just stated.
Okay? So I went to Bravo. They decided, after I explained everything to them, that they've agreed, you know what? I don't think that will be a good look. That is not the purpose we want in showing the black experience and what you guys are going through with Black Lives Matter. So they decided that they did not want to air that, period. And it was done.
Porsha also just admitted that she went to Bravo and told them it will not be a good look for black women to be on TV, in summary, arguing about Black Lives Matter. She did not say Bravo contacted her. She did not say Andy and some of the producers over there contacted her. She said, I went to Bravo and basically presented a case of why it will not look good for black women to be arguing about Black Lives Matter. And you heard the rest of everything she said previously. I'm just bringing them back just in case you already forgot, because sometimes it happens. It was when she went to Bravo and then they agreed, you know what? You're right. And then the scene was removed. Where is the lie? The point that Porsha is trying to prove is, Kandi and I had a decent conversation. I didn't dog her out. I didn't curse her out. We didn't fight. It wasn't all of these things that's being talked about. But here are the questions. Porsha Williams, did you have a disagreement or a misunderstanding with Kandi Burruss? Yes, you did. Did you use whatever powers or how long you've been with the network and you've worked hard to go to Bravo and discuss with them why we shouldn't see the scene? Yes, you did. Was it after your conversation that Bravo decided to cut the scene? Yes, they did. Case dismissed. Case closed. Thank you for vindicating Kenya Moore. Porsha keeps talking about black women this, black women that, black women this, black women that. But she continues to use her platform to come for another black woman. Okay? She wants to prove so badly that this black woman is a terrible person. And each time, she keeps embarrassing herself and vindicating this black woman. Nene allegedly leaked all of you private text messages to a blog. Candy is sending all of these long text messages back to back saying that, she was upset, pissed off, whatever words she used. Yet, let me deflect real quick and go in on Kenya Moore. Because with all of the sensitivity around Nene and Bravo, and she wants to file a lawsuit and screaming racism, and Nene hopping on Twitter and retweeting that you are not, basically defending her and all of this, but yet you're claiming about the movement. This is the reason why you have some people who are not believing the words that are coming out of your mouth. Because how are you skipping over important pieces that should make you upset, but you are going to Kenya Moore? This is further showing the level of hate that you have for her, because the only reason why she is responding the way that she is because Bravo left a scene in there and made her look bad. Why is she questioning Porsha Williams being an activist? Well, why did you delete the scene that is leading her to question? She have every right to defend herself. But here you are, Kenya Moore.
After that scene, I text Candy, and I said, I asked her. We had a conversation on the phone, and then we text, right? And the whole point of me reaching out to her, or her reaching out to me, was so we could clear it up, right? Because what I didn't want was another person of such influence like Candy, right, to think that I would dare not respect what she's doing for black people, that I was trying to hinder it, that I'm jealous of it, that I wanted to be bigger than it. I wanted her to understand that we're sisters in this. We're more powerful together, Candy. And that is why we had a conversation through text. In this conversation, she showed me what happened with Nene, the blogger, etc. She explained to me why she was upset, which I respected. And I was like, okay, I get it. I get why you're upset. I said, but this is the perfect opportunity for me to explain to you what actually happened. Because I don't want you to think that anything messy was going on with your name at all. So this is me clearing it up with Candy. So she went on to tell me what the texts were, that she was upset. It pissed her off. She said she was pissed off, honestly, because she didn't think that her reaching out to the network without telling us was, going to upset us. And I was there to let her know that it wasn't about you upsetting us. It was about the fact that we just simply wanted to do it as a collective. Because at that moment, we had not talked to anyone from the network whatsoever, and the world is going haywire, and we wanted our company to represent black folks, period. That's what it was. So I explained to her what the text was. I repeated that, listen, I understand that you already sent in a request. I don't want to go behind you, because if I go behind you, or any of us girls go and ask the same thing, now you got confusion. And anytime you're in a movement, everybody has to be speaking the same thing. And so once she told me that she had already reached out, we felt like, okay, fine, let's leave it alone. So then I told Nene, Marlo, and Tanya, I said, let's pivot. Since Candy has already talked to the executives, let's just deal with getting money. Let's have them do a donation. That's it. Let's just have them do a donation. Because we didn't want to undercut. We don't want to send the same ask whatsoever. Someone said, I'm lost. What's this about? I guess you just joined. Anyway, this is about well, you can go back and look at the live later. But anyway, I sent her the text. So we're going to look at these texts. The reason why I am going through this, and this is the last time I will talk about it, the only time I will talk about it is because now it's in an article, Food Vulture, that Bravo participated in, that Candy and all the housewives and everybody, it's a big article, right? So it carries some weight and it's said to be credible. And I want to make sure that the credibility is upheld. So I'm speaking and defending myself, which I should have the right to do. So
I guess Kenya Moore doesn't deserve the same right to speak and defend herself, which she should be able to do. The hypocrisy.
So anyway, these are the texts that I sent her that I talked about with Candy. So I said to her, I was talking to Nene, and I said, I was talking to Nene, and I said, so because all of that, this is me saying that Candy emailed, I wish we would have known what happened. I'm going to put all of these texts into my story after this live, so don't worry. I said, so because of that, which was because Candy had already spoke to them, it is what it is. We're not upset about it because she did. Let's pivot so we can still be effective. I said, so because of that, I don't think it's going to go anywhere besides asking for a donation. Nene said, right. So then I said to her, I said, now there is no way to come to Bravo as a group. Everyone might as well send their own email. I said anything program related would have been, anything program related, we would want True to produce, which is our production company, and pitch to Bravo because we are Bravo talent. So you will go through True in order to pitch any programming to the network. So then I said, so for me, really, when we talk to the executives tomorrow, I said, I really think we should focus on asking for a donation ask. I said, as for the rest of the ladies, they can express what they want in their own. So we as a group, since Candy, on her own right, she had the right to, went ahead and talked to them on her own. We as a group, the only way we're going to really be effective at this point is if we simply ask for a donation. So then I told her, I just kind of summarized what that text was with Nene. And I said to her, I'm not going to let the show make a mockery of BLM. I said, we have been doing great things and cannot let this overshadow our efforts. This is what I said to Candy. She said to me, I didn't think it was about BLM. She said, I'm definitely not trying to make a mockery. She said, but I didn't think that's what was happening. So that's an opportunity for me to explain to her, Candy, that no, this is a mockery. If we as black women are sitting on Bravo arguing about Black Lives Matter, you're absolutely making a mockery of us using our platform. And that's a bad thing. And it's a terrible look. And it's not progressive. It's counterproductive. So then I sent her another text. I sent her that text that I just read you guys. And I sent another text. Okay. After I said that, Nene said I feel the same. So then this is the part where so-called I was dogging her. Kenya keeps going on all these outlets. Now she's on Vulture saying that I want to look better. I want to be ahead of the movement. She said on Candy Speak On It that I am trying to come at Candy and all that I dogged Candy out. I was talking crap about Candy. This is what I said. Nene said, I feel the same. I said, sad though. Damn, could have even great together. Of course, I meant could have even been.
Well, that right there is the reason why I'm putting the messages on the screen and not reading it. Porsha can't even read what she wrote because it is, you know what? Yeah. She's even stumbling over her own words, okay? That's why I'm like, you know what? Y'all gonna have to read it. The video is over and Porsha is rambling because you already cleared Kenya's name. You claiming Kenya said this person dogged this person out. All of the extra stuff you're doing right now to deflect. The main issue was there was a scene deleted, okay, with you having a disagreement with Candy. That was the main issue here. And you have cleared that up for us that yes, that did happen. Yes, you did go to production. Yes, production did delete the scene to make you look good. And yes, production did leave Kenya more scenes in there to make her look bad.
Nene said, very sad. After she said very sad, I said, but if any of you ladies want my individual support or on something, let me know. Nene said, OKP. Nene never dog walked Candy. I never spoke bad about Candy. All we were saying, and I'll sum it all up, is that there was a misunderstanding between Candy and I about a blogger who took something out of context. Candy had gone on to the Bravo and spoke to them. Nene and I felt like, well, that's sad. We could have gone to Bravo together, but since this is where we are, let's pivot and just simply ask for a donation. Candy's, what she wants are equitable opportunities for people. I'm more on the criminal justice side. So she wanted programming. She wanted to help get a seat at the table. And all of that is great. And to show you that I felt it was great, when she did her first show, I was on the show with her. You guys remember me on the panel for Black Lives Matter for Bravo. That was Candy's show that I participated in. I have always supported her and will always support another black woman in the movement in anything she's trying to do, whether it's on the business side, in the front line, or to policy. Either way, I'm going to support it. And I am held to a certain standard because of my position on Housewives, and I'm held to a certain responsibility to Black Lives Matter to be responsible. Do y'all remember when I, back in the day, said something crazy about, the Underground Railroad? That was irresponsible. That wasn't the way to use my platform. That was ignorant. And I decided over the years I was going to be better, period. And if I'm going to be better and I'm going to be effective, then I need to take responsibility for how I look, what I portray, how all of us black women on Housewives portray ourselves in this moment. Because it's very important. You can't be asking white folks to change something. You can't be asking white folks to help you make something better, give you a seat at the table, and you acting an ass. So therefore, I did not want that to be on the show. Whether it was true or not, whether it was a misunderstanding or not, whether I was right or wrong, which I happen to have been right, I did not want it on there. But Kenya Moore continues to go on every platform out, and the Bravo is telling her, do not talk about this. And she's using it to say, Porsha's trying to silence me from talking about a scene she had deleted. No, I didn't have a scene deleted for Porsha. Because what you don't understand, sweetheart, is that the movement is not about me as an individual at all. And that means, and you would understand that if you could sacrifice something for someone else. Anything I've ever done on, and majority off camera, is a sacrifice for someone else. If I care so much about who I was, my platform, my jobs, my businesses, then I would not be speaking out about something that white folks don't like. And that's not the case. I speak from my heart. I deal in my heart because it's in my blood. It's in my legacy. And I am only speaking on this now because there is an article out that is very disheartening to me. It is a pure lie, and I have to clear it up. If I want to continue to talk about things that mean something to me, I must clear things like this up. It is my responsibility. Because when I speak to you guys about anything Black Lives Matter, anything criminal justice, anything, I want you to know that I'm speaking of a place that I am informed and that I care and that I'm well connected and I am sincere. And I don't have to prove that to anybody. I didn't have to do this live. Many people told me don't do this live. They said, you know what? You don't got to talk to that. That's a very small part of an article. They talk about you great in the article. They say you're the fan favorite in the article. If that was the case, if I cared about that, I wouldn't be speaking now. Because the article speaks lovely of me. It speaks highly of Porsha as a talent on the show. But the reason I'm putting myself out there right now is because this is connected to Black Lives Matter and the black woman on this show. I want me and Kandi, and if Kenya could get her mind right in the future, to be able to do something. Mainly Kandi. I respect her. I hate that this has been put out there. I hate that she didn't clear this up the way I'm clearing it up, because that would have also been helpful to this situation. If when Kenya was saying these things, you will also show that it was not anybody dogging you out. It wasn't negative. It was nothing like that. So again, my position is that I just want to be effective. I'm blessed to have this platform. I'm blessed that you people are on here right now listening to me. I am blessed to be able to put a voice for people who don't have a voice. I have access. I am able to have influence. If I were to use that just to talk about me, I wouldn't be talking about this. So please understand that if I'm quiet on little things here and there, reading this and that, anytime I speak on these girls, trust me, it's on a show that I'm paid to be on. If Dish asks me about them, I'm going to talk about it because I'm paid to be talking about it. If a chat room asks me, I'm paid to be talking about it. I don't do these little free interviews talking about these girls. But I'm doing this live absolutely free because this cause means something to me. Making sure it's understood that I would never tear down Kandi for what she's doing or what she's done means something to me. So to be clear, I'm sure you all got it. You can go back over the live. I won't keep repeating it. You guys weren't very friendly to me. You're like rushing me, but I just had to get this out so that because I'm not going to talk about it anymore. So for once and for all, it's out there, right? But now I want to talk about one more thing before I go. Since I do have almost 30,000 people in here, let me talk about what really matters to me. Let me take the focus away from what Kenya is trying to spew out there as negative on every single platform, and how Kandi, who is also, she's clearing it up. She's making sure it's known that she and I talked about it. But things like this, we got to make all the way clear. All the way clear. If you went and talked to the execs to get stuff done, get, programming that you executive producer over, great. But as a cast of black women on Bravo Network, we needed to figure out how to come together. And Nene called me and said, since you're friends with the other girls, see if you can get them together and we can make something happen. That's why there were two different chats, because Kenya and Nene weren't talking. But Nene said, I want to get everybody together. And we actually all got on a phone call and got something done as a collective, using our power and not just sitting on here, doing that. We were doing something that meant something. So I don't want no negative narrative out there about myself or Kandi. And can you believe it or not? You're black, honey. And anything that I'm doing, anything I'm speaking on, it could benefit you too. So you should try to be better. But I'm not going to address her anymore. I'm going to close this live. I love you guys. And I appreciate you. And we're in this together. I hope that you guys got love from this conversation today and understanding, and the fact that this live was nothing but a way for me to fact check and clear things up so that we can move forward together. I'm hopeful to be working with Kandi. Love what she's doing for Black Lives Matter in the corporate world. It's amazing. This ain't about reading nobody. This ain't no show shit. If it was some show shit, it'd have been on the show. And I would have supported it being on the show. But it's not. This is a bigger purpose. It ain't about me whatsoever. Okay? It ain't about you either. It's about that young black person who could be pulled over and their life in danger. And that's what it's about. I love you guys.
Porsha is such a walking contradiction. Listen to the level of hate in her voice when she says Kenya Moore name. And listen to how her voice and everything change when she talks about Candy. It doesn't matter the history. If your heart is pure, like you said, and you're really about this movement, and it's about sisterhood and black women, you won't have that much rage and hate for another black woman who is doing exactly what you're doing, defending herself. That's what she did. So you're talking about, and Kenya, you're black, honey. All of this extra stuff you're doing. Even Candy interviews, when they asked her about your life, she said, I'm confused. She did not back you up. And she did not dispute what Kenya Moore had to say. Porsha is doing all of this in hope a few of her little delusional fans, will jump on the Kenya hate train and bandwagon and all of that. But you're contradicting yourself. You cannot have this much hate and rage for another black woman, but then in the same breath talk about sisterhood and I support you and I'm this and the third. Of course you support Candy. You lie on her and she's doing her best to forgive you and move on and all of that. And Candy have a poll over there at Bravo. So of course you're going to bow down to Candy and say, I support you. I'm here for you. Of course. And of course, you're not going to comfort Nene because of everything that's going on right now. So, of course, even though Nene allegedly leaked text messages, you are still going to show her love because you don't want to go there right now because you know what's going on between Nene and Bravo. So, Kenya is your easiest choice. And, of course, you're absolutely trying to silence Kenya because Porsha just said, in this segment, the network is telling her to stop talking about this. Why? Why do you want the white folks to silence another black woman? So it was okay for them to play her scenes and not delete it, but it was okay for them to delete your scenes. But she should be quiet about it. This have absolutely nothing to do with Kenya Moore say I'm dogging this person. No. Deflect, deflect, deflect. That's it. All of this other extra stuff Porsha just did, waste of time. You have to present yourself a certain way. How are you presenting yourself a certain way? Because I'm not even going to go there because I don't judge people. You are not presenting yourself and upholding yourself in any way. This life could have been over minutes ago. Now, there is a part 3 because it didn't go the way how Porsha expected it to go. Social media reaction wasn't in her favor. She got dragged. And I know that some of you love when I read the comments and read social media reaction. So I'll be back with a part 3 of social media reaction because it backfired. But thank you for vindicating Kenya. And lastly, Porsha, you can't have it both ways, okay? You can't hop on Instagram Live in the midst of George Floyd trial, in the midst of another young kid just being murdered, in the midst of all of the chaos and things that's going on, to address gossip. And just because you spent 2 or 3 minutes at the end of your life to address something important, then oh my gosh, Porsha is doing. No. You of all people in this moment, this is the last thing you should be doing, is jumping on here to focus on gossip with all of the chaos and mess that's going on. Because nobody lied on you. You confirmed everything Kenya Moore said. The article confirmed everything. Everything else you said beyond that was just extra mess to further prove your case, and you ended up contradicting yourself. But of course, Porsha have to go to this length. Because if her message is uplift black women, But just last season, you were threatening to beat up another black woman. I mean, I completely understand why Porsha is going this hard. I mean, if you've been on a show where you've just been violent towards black women and you messages uplift black women, I completely understand why you're going this hard. I mean, running in dark alleys, jumping on your former assistant, the false accusations against Candy, pulling Kenya Moore hair, jumping on Cynthia Bailey, and she kicked you. Then just last season, threatening to beat up Eva, and the list goes on and on. Also, if that girl over there did not hold her back just last season, okay, when Yvonne said something about her ex-fiance, she charged her, and then he had to hold her back, okay? Now, she claims again, made excuses that Kenya Moore was in her personal space and that's why she did what she did and by pulling Kenya hair. But in this image right here, these images, Porsha and Marlo are so close to each other, they can taste and smell each other's breath. Okay? That's how close she was when she stuck that fan in Marlo's face. Did Marlo drag her? Did Marlo pull her hair? Marlo took the fan away from her. But no assault happened. Now I know the other girls jumped up and told Porsha to walk away and, told Marlo to cool off and all of that so it didn't escalate. But you know what? This right here is a perfect moment to say there's absolutely hope for Porsha and anybody else. Because if Marlo, who have 150 mugshots, you guys know I'm just kidding. She doesn't have 150 literally, If Marlo, okay, who Porsha recently dragged and said, oh my gosh, I felt threatened and she's dangerous and all of those things. If Marlo could simply pull a fan from Portia's hand and not result to her past and give Porsha the beat down, then absolutely Porsha can change, okay? The same way how Porsha thought it was okay to reference the Apollo situation to shade Kenya this season when asked about Drew's husband, even though Apollo admitted to lying and his wife was fired for lying, on Candy, and Porsha thought it was okay to bring that into this season, then it's okay for me to talk about everything Porsha did in the past, right? Since we're still talking about things that happened 150 years ago and the man admitting that he lied on this woman, then I can talk about everything Porsha did in the past. Now, I'm not saying Porsha didn't change or she's not working on change, but it doesn't seem that way if right in this live, you've told a few lies, contradicted yourself, switch the blame from the people who were involved in the actual issue that led to this, but switch the blame on Kenya Moore because she's an easy target to you and for you. Continue to hop on social media to further Bravo agenda that Kenya Moore is this terrible person in hopes the public, the general public, will get behind you because you think you have this power in this poll that will get Kenya Moore off the Real Housewife of Atlanta. But what Porsha is forgetting is that Kenya Moore doesn't need strangers on social media to validate her. Kenya Moore doesn't need Bravo to validate her. She was Kenya Moore before the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was Kenya Moore before Bravo. She is forever a part of history before the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And with or without this show, she will continue to be Kenya Moore. And that's the part that Porsha is forgetting. Whether she's here on the show or not, and you are the one on the show with Center Peach and all of that, she will still be Kenya Moore. And don't forget, there was another girl that you called your big sis that had Center Peach, that Bravo was bowing down to, deleting scenes and all of that, and we saw how that story ended. Also, because you are helping further Bravo agenda, that's the reason why they are bending. Oh, if I'm going to be the face of Black Lives Matter and do all of these things for you, what do I get in return? And those are the things that she gets in return right now. Okay? All right. If I am a network and I have a former employee accusing me of racism and all of that, of course I'm going to do everything in my power to prove that I'm not racist. So thank you, Bravo, for using your platform, okay, to showcase what black people are going through and all of that. But let's not sit here in front as if Andy and Bravo and them over there, they didn't have a personal agenda. All right? Porsha, this is going to clean your image, okay? More, no pun intended. And it's also going to make us look better in the eyes of the people who are now giving us the side eye because that girl over there is screaming racism. This entire thing would have made sense had Porsha just said, look, I'm on here defending myself and clearing my name, right? So I completely understand Kenya Moore's position to defend herself and clear her name as well. Now, the other things that she said about, me dogging somebody out and all of that, I don't agree with that, but she's right. I did go to the executives. The scene was deleted. Why they kept her scene in there, I don't know. I don't control editing. So for that, I see where she's coming from. This whole thing would have been better had she just admitted that. But don't come on here and admit and clear Kenya's name, but then turn around and put all the blame on her. Now I know when I said that Porsha had hate and rage in her voice, some of you might interpret that as frustration and not hate. But frustrated about what? Because Kenya Moore decided to do exactly what Porsha is doing right now, defend herself and say, hey, I didn't just come out of nowhere and question this girl, activism. She did something that led me to give her the side eye. She's just mad that she and the network couldn't intimidate Kenya Moore to be quiet, and oh my gosh, I need my job, so I'm just going to let this slide and continue to allow Bravo to make me look like this terrible person. Kenya is not doing that anymore, and she doesn't care. Like I said, Bravo let her go to there, or she quits, she will be just fine. That girl over there, you ain't slick. Y'all saw Nene responses, the one word. Man, she knew I'm going to screenshot this. She was building her case. That's why she was very sad. Yep. Okay, P. And then he was like, I want no parts. Because allegedly she knew what she was going to do. And look at who have sent a peach and now going to Bravo and asking them to bow down and remove things, and they're doing it. Your little sis. Did you tell her something? Did you say anything to her? Nene, I know you be talking. Did you talk to your little sis about your little plan against Bravo? And just like that, you're gone? And now she got your spot? I'm just kidding. I'm not suggesting Porsha had anything to do with Nene not being on this show. It is not that deep for me, but I do know they will elevate you, but when they're done with you, exactly. So Porsha, enjoy your moment, but just be careful because you saw. Now, I'm not saying Kenya Moore is a saint. I'm not saying Porsha doesn't have valid reasons to feel this way towards Kenya. Okay. However, if you are saying that there is a bigger picture, okay, and you are looking at the bigger picture, and we need to look at the bigger picture because it's not about you or us, and you want this sisterhood, and if you know, you know, and you will support everybody and uplift and all of that, then you should be able to do the same when it comes to Kenya Moore and not continue this campaign to destroy her, because we know that if Porsha Williams is not here for you, she will not stop until she goes to the level of almost destroying you. And we saw that with Candy, okay? The same way how certain things can be left off this show, she was told information off the show that could have destroyed Candy, and she did not hesitate to bring it to the show. She will lie and lie and lie until it destroys you, and that's what she's trying to do. However, when you are blessed and highly favored, and covered, fully covered by the blood of Jesus. Come on, somebody. The weapons, okay, may form, but they will never prosper. And always remember, Porsha Williams, whoever digs a pit will fall into it, and he who rolls a stone will have it roll back on him. Proverbs 26:27. I'm preaching today. So be careful what you do to people. Okay? It's the word. In the same way how Nene Leakes was elevated to the highest level, to the point where she thought it was okay to attempt to spit on this black woman, we saw how her story ended. I shouldn't even have to say this part, but we have people out there who just don't get it and can't simply connect the dots. So let me say it. When I say story ended, I'm talking about on Bravo. How did they leave the show? I'm not talking about in life. I'm sure that girl over there will move on to do great things and all of that, and I wish her well. I am simply talking about the show. I am not God to talk about how people's story is going to end and how. No. Just Bravo. Okay? So be very careful. That's all I have to say. No threats. It's not that deep. I don't know these girls personally, just simply giving my opinion. Just be careful, sweetheart. But I do wish Porsha Williams absolutely nothing but the best. I do applaud her for her efforts and everything that she's doing for the movement, with the movement, whether it's genuine or not. Like I've said, if even one person said, you know what, I'm going to do better based on what I've seen on Bravo and based on what I've seen Porsha Williams go through, then mission accomplished. And lastly, before you say, but how are you any different, Vina? You just sat here and bash Porsha and pull up her past, but then you're telling her to not come for Kenya. Stating facts with receipts to back it up, yet still wishing someone well and applauding their efforts is not bashing. There's a difference. However, telling lies, okay, and twisting an entire situation to blame someone who has the situation because you feel it's easy to blame that person, that is not a good look. So no, I did not sit here and lie on Porsha. Everything that I said, I backed it up with receipts and things that Porsha provided to us. It's on the internet. I also wish Kenya Moore and the rest of the ladies the best. I wish all of you the best and take care. The end of here, my Vina loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.